free.
Oh! I'm pro now. And ooh. Oh, baby, let's go. I'm the 2-time, sir. Oh, 10. Yeah, perfect. It was another good CG gaming night. Whoa, what up, everybody? We are live on both Twitch and YouTube today, doing some cool stuff. Actually, I'm going to put that chat on the main screen over here. So, leaving the intended software. So, Forever Games we have over on YouTube chat. Welcome, everybody on YouTube. The Uberden over there on Twitch and Balsonic. Good to see you guys. Forever Games asking if I can provide a list of tech channels that don't run ATI software, or essentially tech channels that run NVIDIA, not Radeon, or possibly even QuickSync, or Intel rather. But yeah, like, so leaving the intended software off the table to run Team Green, MSI tells you to clearly never run their, what are you talking about? Oga in the house, Festizio in the house. Team Green, MSI. To run Team Green, MSI, as ATI tells you to clearly never run their code. I'm not really sure what you're getting at here. If you're getting at the whole combos of Radeon, only use Radeon with AMD CPU stuff, then that's a non-issue. I know some people still believe in that, but it's an old thing. About why we run all software sweats for NVIDIA, but not. What do you mean software sweats? I'm flat out talking about why we run all software sweats for NVIDIA, but not AMD. Who are software sweats? What are you getting at? Suites? Oh, SUITES. I mean, just a heads up, when you say that, it's software suite, SUITE. Not sweets like the taste. Just for future reference, man. Oh, I can put this background music back on. And it's not like running a software suite. What facts? You don't. It doesn't really seem you know what you're talking about. It's not about software suites. Nobody's running a software specific to that stuff on there unless they're, let's say the NVIDIA Broadcast is a software suite. That's additional functionality that isn't so clear on Radeon. So I could see people who want NVIDIA Broadcast features using NVIDIA Broadcast because they can have that access with NVIDIA GPUs. That's a software suite. We want to talk about DLSS and that kind of feature set. That's just using features of a GPU. It isn't running a software suite. Now, if you have certain AMD CPUs and GPUs, like a 7900 XTX or 6000 series and a 5000 series CPU, you can use AMD Radeon noise suppression, which is like NVIDIA Broadcast. They do have their own. Nobody really talks about it, though. But you hear me talking about it. 7900 XTX is a great GPU. Like, there's no complaints here. That's an awesome graphics card. And it seems like you have it running really well. So, cool. Congrats. Kid all features or software or hardware. Yes, it is kid all features. I'm not sure what you're getting at with that. All AMD cards run this way. It's a GPU, buddy. Like, you can't use NVIDIA Broadcast on AMD. So when you use the right software, yeah. AMD has their noise suppression tech, but they don't have stuff like background deletion and certain features. Like even just for my podcast, I run that off of a laptop with an NVIDIA GPU because I could run in OBS the NVIDIA noise suppression feature. It's leveraging that part of the GPU so that the microphones don't pick up noise from the air conditioner and stuff like that. I didn't have a lot of choice firstly when I bought that laptop for the price that I did, and thus it's a feature that I can take advantage of because it's NVIDIA. It's not the other way around. I didn't seek it out because it's NVIDIA. And if I wanted noise suppression features on a Radeon GPU, again, AMD has a solution for that. As far as gaming, what is that? I'm a content creator, buddy. You're talking, and you asked about YouTube channels. You said tech channels. You want to talk now? You're talking about FPS, which is specifically gaming. Pick a lane, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. But as far as FPS goes, they're both great GPUs. Nobody's picking a side on what, like, if they want maximum FPS, they go only to one brand. And while AMD has made that an obvious choice, your 7900 XTX isn't faster than a 5090. So you're instantly proven wrong. Radeon has a cap. And while some people don't necessarily need a 5080 or 5090 or that level of card, if somebody says, I want the absolute fastest GPU possible, and it's AMD's fault that this has happened, there is only one choice. So that answers that question. And now why tech channels run that stuff, a lot of them are running NVIDIA, like I said, because of review samples that they're using. I have a 3080 because that was a review sample, and I kept it in my system. And I make good use of it. Everyone does this channel when ATM tells you if you run MSI software to do an entire crash and restore. I've never heard of that, so I don't even know what you're talking about. MSI telling people tells you if you run MSI software to do an entire crash and restore before putting your AMD card in. Never heard of that. What you do is DDU. Display driver uninstaller, but MSI going crash your system before putting and then do a crash and restore before putting an AMD card in. Like, maybe that seems like a weird troubleshooting trick that they may have suggested. Casey just got scored by flag. Whoa. Still though, man, that deficit is going to be crazy. Might be one of the biggest deficits in Super Bowl history, actually. They scored. I see it. I have it on the little window over here. Yeah, but okay, so they're closing the deficit. I don't know if they're out of record-breaking deficit yet, but it's something. Anyways, we have a spare parts computer I'm going to be building. You can see the case for it right there. That's I believe an old Inwin case. Pretty big, pretty heavy. And we're going to be doing it with a 9th gen configuration with the GTX 1070 going into that one. So let's switch on over to that scene and start talking about the parts and building stuff up. All the lights are on, so I shouldn't need to push any weird buttons. Let's go. And here we are. So we have a motherboard, CPU and RAM with the IO shield here and ready. So let's put that there. I got to make sure that my chat is with me. Over here. It looks like it's should be working over here, but there we go. Okay. So let's show you guys the gear. Actually, I didn't think I need to turn one more light on. Hey, there we go. Cool. And there we go. There's the motherboard. This is a sort of a Z390 Phantom Gaming 4S AC, but it's a Skytech gaming specific one. So limited BIOS update options, but it does work in the current configuration you see. I believe it has 32 gigs of RAM. Let me double check here with you guys. Okay, we got a couple of sticks of XPG. These are 8 gigs, so these are all 8 gig sticks. And it is 32 gigs of RAM confirmed. Let's look at it. So the RAM is a little bit mixed mash, but I did say this is a spare parts PC build. Oh, these are 16 gig sticks. So it has 32 plus 16. And I can't count right now. 40 something. 48? Good amount of RAM. Cool. So this is good. This will be going back into its home actually, because that's the case it originally came out of. Okay, let's get the GPU out and ready. Oh shoot, fast. Sorry, hold on. Little hiccup, little hiccup. Well, I'll get that redeemed and good for you. No scams, no scams.
Yellow.
Dead. Great song, Nanowar of Steel. Thank you for that Redeem Fest. No scams. I'm not like that guy that wears the hot dog costume, or used to. That's more like it, he says. Hell yeah. So here's a graphics card. Ooh, right? No backplate. Yesteryear. Even has a DVI on it. You can see it on the top camera. Okay, so that's a GTX 1070. I know it's a little old, but this is a spare parts computer that we are going to be giving away to somebody who doesn't have a gaming computer.
Beer is good! Beer is good! Beer is good! It's
Stuff. Quack with the 58 months. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Good to see you. I don't know if you saw my 4-kill Monty little clip. Showed that team what's up. Okay. Now, here's something interesting. And this is brand new. So this is not a spare parts. This is a brand new part. This is a Pivia Prestige 800 watt power supply. Actually, you saw it? Nice. There's actually a good unit for the money. It's it falls under C, grade C on most PSU lists. Comes from a reputable vendor called Anderson. It's a rebrand of an actual known good power supply as well. I like using this in builds, especially budget builds, because you get 800 watts, non-modular. Take that as you will, but 800 watts of power, and it's 65 bucks. And at that price, like it's unbeatable for the deal. And it's been 65 bucks for years. Probably about 4 or 5 years since I first seen it on Amazon. The price doesn't change. You get a solid power supply. The build that I put this in is still running. The originally, the one that I had first built with it. Everything is great. So I like recommending this power supply for budget builders or just for people building stuff to have a spare computer or give something away, or something like that. And like I said, it's a solid unit. Let's have a quick look at it. Andy Lippy in the house. You want a PC with the 9700K and a GTX 1070? You want that power, Andy? Good to see you, man. How you been? You're a recent dad and a recent move and all that stuff. A lot of movement in your life, and glad to see you out there kicking butt. Cammy Hudson, 1080 Ti is now my second backup. It has Rosewell 750 power supply with the 10700K. I love it. Rosewell did make pretty good power supplies for a little while. The PC that my brother handed down to his kids has an old Rosewell power supply in it, and that thing is still running. And the PC that we redid for my friend's son as well has a Rosewell power supply in it. There was a series back in the day that they made good ones for the money, so that's cool to hear. Just having small rest after everything, back to work. Hey, hoping you're good. I'm hanging in there. So here's how this power supply looks like. It's a unit for sure. And they don't try to fake the weight. You get 800 watts and it's still kind of lightweight. We get, according to here, I'll show you guys here on this camera. There you go. You can see the voltages and stuff right there. That's a 20 amps on the 3.3 volt rail, 20 amps on the 5 volt rail, 66 amps on the 12 volt rail. The minus 12 volt rail is 0.3 amps, and the 5 volt rail is 2.5 amps. Total of 800 watts, and you get 792 of those watts on the 12 volt rail. So there's that. But it's cool to see you stopping in, Andy. Good morning, right? Pretty early over there right now, isn't it? Or is it late? I want to say it's like... Oh, damn, it's late. What's your work schedule like, buddy? Put this in here. I do want to use these screws for the power supply, possibly the case. Power cable will live in here still for the moment. How are the Chiefs doing? Is it looking like they're gonna put up a fight? I mean, somewhat of a fight. Put that down there. Keep you probably over here too for the moment. Okay, so we're gonna do a little cleaning first of the case. It is a second-hand case, so it does need it a little bit. Put you over here, and the motherboard. Blades Toy Shop. I'm going to have to go back and see what y'all putting in this thing. Well, I can just tell you. We got a 9700K CPU with an ASRock Z390 Phantom Gaming Force AC. Some spare parts of RAM, so we have a total of 48 gigs of RAM here. We have an Inwin. I'm not sure which case this is. 300 maybe? I don't remember exactly, but it was from a Skytech Gaming pre-built. So was this motherboard and the CPU. And then we have a GTX 1070 going in. This is a spare part secondary computer we're going to be giving away. And an 800 watt PVIA power supply that I just finished explaining comes from a known good OEM, so it's actually a decent power supply. And I'm going to grab the case and put it over here now because I want to get the fans installed. Fans can take a while. Where's Ryu to laugh at me for that comment? Okay, so we got some stuff to take off on here. glass panel. Gotta be careful with these. Is that it for the game? Oh, not quite. Glass on both sides on this case. Damn. Sounds like a decent system for someone who doesn't need the latest and greatest. Exactly. It's going to somebody who doesn't have a gaming computer. Dip their toes in, get some esports titles, play some Minecraft, you know. Fortunately, AMD's saving everybody with FSR. So even if it's a GTX 1070, as long as we set them up with the 1080p monitor, any game that's tough to run, hopefully throw FSR on and they'll be solid. Cool. Okay. So let me look for some rags in here. I need some spray, dude. You know, we'll just do some alcohol. That's a great take, Blade. Great take. Oh, dust bunnies. Dust bunnies galore. Looks like the Eagles have done it. The Chiefs were just wiped off the map. Let's clean and let's clean. Let's clean. Get some of the dust out. What's up? Okay. Probably gonna have to move some of these PCIe brackets around. The front needs some spray, I think. Oh, you know what? It looks like I need to turn the camera a little bit. There we go. A little bit better. But let me go grab some spray. Got my spray. It's simple yellow. Get it? If I says Eagles won because the NFL was taking too much heat for the favoritism showed to KC. Oh, so you think this is a whole script thing? This is part of the script for them to lose it? They're too good. Make them lose. Let everybody else think they have a chance. Show them your mortal. Yep, there was a script that was leaked saying they were up by 5 points, but not this much of a blowout. It's like getting the answers to a test, but then they tell you just make sure you put some of them wrong, and then you don't. You put all of them. Especially when the Bills were in KC. Oh, sorry for the wobbliness, but you know, we're making this work. Okay, let's change gears a little bit. Switch to this rag. I think this might be almost ready. I want to install the fans first, but it doesn't have much as far as intake goes. Now that I look at it, looks like intake from the bottom, not the front, would be smarter with this configuration. But by that I mean down here there's spots for fans, and there's even a filter here, as you can see. So I think intake here. You know, I made some amazing cases back in the day. I still have one from over a decade ago. Whoa! I remember them not being so like high-end niche, and then they turned into sort of a boutique case company. They were originally kind of like knockoff, or I don't know, cheap. I don't know how to put it, but they weren't boutique fancy case company people. And then that's what they ended up doing, and it really set them apart. It's a great move on their behalf. Cool. That worked out really nicely. Looks like this stuff looks pretty good on the metal. Still have my Eagle starter jacket when damn, that's a real fan right there. Okay. Leave that up there like that. All good. Took that command strip off of that. Oh yeah, that's what I want to see. Nice and shiny. No schmutz. Okay. All right. So yeah, fans. Fortunately, with this, it looks like we have one of these. The fan that will do the most work though is the one that's in the front bottom. And I have a limited amount of fans here. I mean, I have lots of fans, but limited amount of ones that I want to use. Let's see. These are the main ones that I'd want to use. And I also want more intake than exhaust, so I more than likely will just use one in the rear as exhaust and then two as the intakes. And then we're solid from there. Because in this configuration, two intake, here and here, both pull from the bottom front chamber. And then the one exhaust, well, there we go. And it will flow upwards and through. Nice and simple. Now this has a 9700K. I think I'm going to be putting in, oh, it has an AIO. Forgot about the AIO cooler that we're going to be installing on it. I'm going to have to make sure that that works, well, installs properly. Because that will go on the top. Damn, the problem with that is then now, maybe I won't put a fan in the back. That way we have two exhaust and two intakes, so it's neutral pressure, less dust. So, yeah, I think that's going to be the play. So we'll keep one of these fans. So. Oh, my camera froze. We're back. Sorry about that. Okay, let's put this back then. I mean, I guess I could put all three in the bottom as intake. And that way it's two on the top as exhaust, and I don't have any spare fans left over. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do that. I love these Arctic fans. They are the best. Okay, how do I want to route you? Okay, let's route you. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Actually, I think this one like that would be best. And this one like this. Perfect. Got my screws, my little plate of screws right there. Like that. That's how we're doing it. Looks like there's some dust I need to clean up. Okay. LTT screwdriver. I made this one. No, this is the Creator Edition one that I got sent. The one that I made, I keep in my work backpack. Oh, I need to loosen that one a little bit. Yeah, you know what? I'll leave them a little loose so that I can get final placement of them here in a second. Ryu's probably already like, oh no, Chris is on fans. Okay. Get to sit like that. Okay. Like that. I hear Law and Order in the living room. SVU. Okay. Come on, straighten out, screw. this one. Make sure that this case is gonna have good air. An ad on YouTube, man, they try to get that in anywhere they can. Okay, put you over here. Okay. So this is going to be going like this. Okay, so I want to line everything up as far that way as possible. It feels weird, like this is too high, and so my arm is all like cranked over. Hey, but you know what? That ratcheting comes in handy for moments like this. Oh, okay. That's about my limit though with that. What's the problem here? There we are. Awesome. Love to see it. The routing is perfect back there off to the side. Get in the hole. Okay. All right, all the fans are in. Let's see what's next. What is next that I'd like to do? Let's get the motherboard out and do the cooler and the make sure that that installs. So, let's have a look at that. Okay. So we have a deep cool. Is it 550, 240 EX? And this should go. Oh no! I took the fans off of this. Oh man. We had reused the fans in another case. Oh, okay. Well, let's see here. Let's see what options I have. Alright, well, it looks like I need to look through who's getting a computer. That part's a surprise, but it's somebody that Brandon knows. And the lights are off. We need to go on a little trip hunting for additional 120 millimeter fans because I need them off of here, or to put onto here. So let's do that real quick. We'll go together. Okay, we're going together. It's dark in here. I have them in the garage. I can actually turn the flashlight on. Kabam. So we have fans. Ooh, careful. Here, some stuff here, and I think I have. PWM. That's a power cable. Okay, those are 140s. What are you? Ooh, that's a height fan. Are you PWM? Or not. Okay. I don't think I have more than one of those height fans though, so I can't have a matching set. Let's keep looking. EVGA fans, NZXT fan, NZXT fan, NZXT fan. Looks like we are limited to these NZXT fans. I already have one over there. This height fan can go back in here. That is going to be what we end up using. I don't have a lot of PWM fans outside of those Arctic ones that I showed you guys. However, no, we'll just do that. Okay, cool. We got our solution, my friends. Put this old GPU back. Turn the light off. The trek for more fans was successful. We got a voltage controlled 120. Yeah, going away from the wireless, from the Wi-Fi into the garage did not help. But we should be good. We're good. I don't know if you guys were able to hear it. Maybe if it was just visual lag, but audio was still working maybe. I was hoping that would. I should have switched it into the low mode instead of the high quality mode. Sorry guys. But I was just grabbing fans, so let me pull up Twitch chat. Back up here. Okay. Alright. Audio worked fine? Okay, good. So you guys heard me narrating that whole ordeal. Thank you. All right, I got these NZXT fans, so they will be going onto that. These did come off of an NZXT Kraken AIO, so they're living a similar life. This will be going. Oh wow, I'm in an interesting situation here. So it's not going to go on the top of the case. Looks like it should go vertically in there, kind of like that. Yeah. It seems like it will be the way. As exhaust, maybe? Yeah, it's gonna have to be exhaust. Yeah, that works as exhaust. Because then it's still air going from bottom up. It's just going out the side here instead of the front back there. Yeah, we'll be good. And the GPU is getting fresh air right to it. Deep Cool Forbidden Fruit. This is old though. This was pulled from a working computer, but it is 5+ years old. It just still works. So that said, if I'm going to be doing it like that, I want the fans on there like this to be exhaust. I could put them on the back and then all you see is radiator, which would be kind of neat, but nah. The only downside is now they don't match the fans at the bottom, but you know, it is what it is. This is a spare parts build after all. Okay, so these will be mounted from that side. I need to put the fans on this side. But the biggest issue here is going to be that I need the long mounting screws, which I don't have on hand over here, but I do have on hand in a box in the garage. So to the garage once more I shall return. Well, hold on. Yeah, no, I don't have them over here. BRB. Operator, what's up? Hope all is well. Thank you. Same to you. I'll be right back. The red box of gear. It has what I need, which is Brondo. Bro, I need help getting DaVinci Resolve to work on my AMD setup. Just install it. What's the problem? I'm sure you're having issues. I don't mean to play it off like that, but I haven't ever heard of DaVinci Resolve being a pain. It's actually like supposedly very good when it comes to compatibility. But good night. Okay, well, feel free to join the Discord. Links should be in the description. If not, in the description of this video, this stream, they're in the description of every video. And we can always talk about it and help troubleshoot there. Okay. The Kryptonic in house. So you watched the multi-streaming video too? I didn't just watch one, I made one. You know who I am. That's what I thought too, but it made me update and all, still nothing. I don't know what you mean by nothing though. Like it won't launch? Is there some kind of error? Like, yeah, I have no idea what it's doing. It's hard to troubleshoot without that kind of knowledge. Any other you recommend? I mean, I don't even know what the problem is, so it's... As far as editing software, no, I mean, DaVinci Resolve should work. So I'm kind of curious as to what we can do to help find a solution for you. Come on. There we go. Team YouTube. Tried Twitch and got here with 3-minute ads. That's no good, no good. Tightening these screws down. Give me the initialized GPU message and also make sure the configuration on DaVinci match and Nana. What's the CPU? CPU and GPU. I've run DaVinci on Xeon CPUs with NVIDIA GPUs. No issue. I haven't personally run it on an AMD Radeon setup, but I have run it on AMD CPU setup with an NVIDIA GPU that ran. Maybe a fresh install, like clean wipe it. Okay, I want to get the hardware, installation hardware mounted here. 6900 XT 70. Okay, so all AMD setup. I wonder if it doesn't like the AMD encoder, if that's the case. Initialize GPU message. Oh, I do also wonder if you'd have better luck running the workstation or studio driver for that GPU. It's the one that's blue. I don't know if you've seen it or heard of it. Okay, so this came off a 2nd gen motherboard, this mounting bracket, but that should be pretty close here. Oh yeah, solid. Love to see it. So then this is going to mount like that. No, I don't like that. If I have it in there like this, it's going to mount the tubes up like that. Okay, that makes better sense. So we're gonna do horizontal. Yeah, I'm okay with that. There's a studio driver saying on their website. Yeah. It's a workstation driver. Let me see if I can look it up for you real quick. That might help. Radeon workstation driver. It's the Pro Edition drivers. Maybe if you look at it that way. Let's see. Download Windows driver. Nope. Let's see. 6900 XT Pro drivers. There's a Reddit thread. And definitely DDU before you try it. Windows, I'm on the 6900 XT driver page. There's adrenaline. No, we're not looking for adrenaline. Oh man. No, I'm not sure how to actually find it, but I know they're out there. Let's try it here. Thank you. Well, I might not be able to find it for you right away, but they're called Pro. So Radeon Pro drivers. And maybe if you get a hold of those drivers, that might work. But make sure you DDU before doing it. Okay, that said, I'll look into it. Thanks. Yep, good luck. We'll do that way, which means this goes like this. That's a problem because it rests on capacitors in this motherboard. Oh, damn. DDU and bleach. Okay, cool. Alright, so we can't do it like that. That means it has to go the other way. Oh, I had the fan screws right there. Oh, dude, what? It smushes capacitors that way too. The only one that doesn't. Am I missing standoffs? Like, what's the hardware looking? Oh, you know what? Okay, yeah. Right, now, I've just forgotten how this goes. Apparently, that's all. Because there's different screw sets here, and it's like stands, so it doesn't just rest all the way down. So I believe we do these guys. Okay. Okay. Now I'm doing this no manual. You know, like most coolers, people need a manual to do the install. Especially the ones that are not Asetek traditional. But this is just straight up memory for me. I'm trying my best here. Okay, put this down here. Has agent going live. Hell yeah. Okay, now, if I put it here, does it land on the capacitors? We're good. That's exactly what I want. Perfect. Come on. Thanks for finally was able to offload the OBSBot tail there. First swap time one iPad R4, got an Asus Mobile for 900 extra. Damn, dude, sick. I really wish you were covering these in videos. Still zero bids otherwise. Yeah, it's a very niche product. Valentine says, thank you for that PC to PC stream video. I'll be using that soon. once my mini gets here. Sick. Love to hear it. All right. And then I just do these. Perfect. I don't need this here. What am I doing? Cool. These can replace the ones that I use. I got some quesadillas. This is what happens when I stream around dinner time. Peace out. Later, Fest. My chat's over here. Pull config. Sorry, Cammy. Pull config. No, exhaust. Exhaust config. So it's gonna push out. I'm gonna install the SSD too. We're just eating. You've all been there. Guys, I covered my pickups. $5,900 feels out. That's what I'm using. It is a few years old though, but it's still good. Still very good. But what you probably want to do is sell it and buy a 5700X 3D. Like what we put in Zalman's computer. Okay, so I think I'm going to mount the AIO and then mount the AIO to the motherboard after the motherboard is in the case. Just lay this down, do it that way. Quesadilla 2. Whoa, I have too many NVMe's in here. What the heck? There's 2 terabytes of NVMe in here. This motherboard can only take 1. Yep. I tried my traded my 5700 with 3080, 64 gig SSD and 60 gig RAM for a Sega gaming laptop. Oh, what are the specs on the laptop? Hmm. 4900 HX. Oh man, that's a deal. Damn. Well, I guess we're going to use this one. Deal, hell. That's a steal, right? And he's not covering these in videos. I want to see the videos of this stuff, right, Blade? That would be entertaining. Now, 1 terabyte NVMe going in. We'll grab some water. I'll be right back. $300 for the 3080 for the win, and then the rest was just toss-ins. 64 gig SSD. Yeah. You really wanted the desktop, and that was being bottlenecked by the 5600X with the 3080. So now the 4070 and laptop, and technically getting more frames because the i9 is a beast. What a beast! What a deal! What a beast! What a beast of a deal! A steel deal. Let's mount the cooler. So this is going to go in there standing like that. At least I think it should go this way. Okay, now I'm actually a little worried. I don't see holes. There really isn't a lot of opening in there for it too. I'm pretty sure this had an AIO mounted that way too, in its before form. I can't mount it in front. Oh, you know what? Okay, so it has this. I wonder if I can put this one on the side. Not. Oh wow. Okay, this got annoying. eGPU sounds so fun. Yes, yes. But then you're bottlenecked by the connection. No. Okay, eGPU NVMe slot might be limited. Thunderbolt is limited factor. Yeah, you'll be a 40 gigabit per second. If you do the NVMe slot, a little bit more. I think a little bit better that way. Come on, how do I get an AIO in here? AIO doesn't mount to the bottom. That is the incorrect configuration. I can't seem to mount it here. I'm not mounting it in the front. Completely blocked. So that doesn't work. I need another monitor on the system. We're running 132 inch and 124 inch, but I still don't have enough. I have a 224s and a 42. Yeah, the stop was 300mm 4.0 slots, modular. Blades are looking to 40 inch ultra wide. Yeah. It looks like the only way for an AIO to go in this case is front. Which is really gonna make me question the configuration here. Because if the AIO goes in the front as intake, which is terrible intake because it's only a very small slot, it's way better. It's way better as the AIO is way better as an exhaust. So. This is rough. I want to use the AIO. It's just not feasible to use it. So let me see what else I have. I'll be right back with you guys. Picked up Scepter 40-inch Super Ultra Wide. I was sick. 100 hertz, fun while it lasted. When are you going to getting that one Samsung monitor that's like the 49-inch Ultra Wide? Not anytime soon. Okay, so there just doesn't appear to be a way to effectively use this AIO. So we're gonna forego it. I think I'm gonna go with my original idea of 2 intake fans down here and 1 as exhaust, and just the air cooler. And I think that'll be good. The case is sick looking. I'm glad you like it. And so I'll just end up putting this back away, and I'll just leave the fans on it. So let's take this back off. Put the hardware back in the Ziploc bag. There's just no effective way to use the AIO in here because front mount, you get a tiny slit on the side. You can see here, look, there's nothing in the front for air to pass through. An AIO as an intake is not a solution here. But you know, it would have been nice to get this AIO off of my hands when the perfect parts don't fit, right? Like, it would have been great. But let's Let's pivot. Good thing I got extra Intel stock coolers. I might respec the 900X. I have it at 650 with the 960. I'm trying to get a trade out of it. All right. Okay, so you're solid with your laptop then. That solves your needs for gaming. Okay. You are not the solution today, sir. Got offered an Origin modular gaming laptop with the 9700K and a 2080. Nah. It's a little old now. This one is at least has the copper slug in it. You can see the copper slug, so it's not the worst. And this is it's a 9700K, so it's not the most high power. So it should be all right. Let's make sure these are in the ready to lock position. Maybe I should put some thermal paste, huh? Thermal pasting. Okay. Push pins for the win, though. They are amazingly easy to mount and integrate. Okay. I think I'm just gonna have to route this behind the case, but now I have to change the fan orientation. But I'm only gonna take off one fan. Come on. Okay, feeding through. Okay, both the fans are now in the correct position. Let's mount the rear fan. That requires additional disassembly. This laptop is by far the best thing I've ever had PC-wise, but I don't know, something about not being able to swap out the GPU feels weird. Just think of it kind of like a console. Then you're solid. So I need to take this back plate off in order to do the screws. This is an interesting feature of this case though, the way that it's like clad with armor. Because that's what this is. This piece is that. Oh, there's another screw. This one looks stripped though. This is gonna be fun. Okay, good. Got it. No accidents. Perfect. Okay. Oh, come on, let me tighten it like this. There we go. Hell yeah, Wheeze, hell yeah. We building. Let's set the next ones. I have an i9 mobile. Never let them know the last part. Okay, next. Two intake, one exhaust. It isn't a high heat computer, so we'll be straight. Ah, come on. Alright, cool. Fan is installed. Now I can put this. Well, I can't quite. You know what? Before I put the motherboard in, I should definitely put the I/O shield in. So, looks like this for sure goes like this. Come on, Iowa Shields. You used to live in here. Oh, it really is like that. It's crazy. Okay. Okay. Very good. Put you back here. And then now the motherboard can go in. Yo, Killer in Sync, what's up? We're building a computer here. So we have 1, 2. That looks good. To the middle. 3 on the side. And there. That looks good. It looks like they all line up. I hear how Marvel Rivals run so poorly. Yeah, it needs a little bit more optimization, but it does good enough. It's just those moments where it drops. It's like, what the heck? Come on. Wrong screw. So it's not the button head thin one. Let's try the case screw style. You leaving already, Chica? Okay. Case screw style it is. Fortunately, I have lots of those. Come on. Yeah, that's one. Let's get a few of them out. I keep grabbing some that look like they're it, but they're not. They're weird button head ones. Okay, let's see how this works. Okay. we go. Must be trippy to see the whole thing going up on one camera, but not moving on the other, huh? Okay, we're back up. Let's manage this real quick. Okay, that's good. All right, let's see. Yeah, let's just do the motherboard connectors. We'll get to the power supply next, but motherboard connectors first. Okay, we're gonna do the fan. Should probably put the fan on. Oh, I don't know. Chassis fan. You put it on CPU 2. Yeah, it looks like there's not a lot of choices for the fans actually. What the heck? Thermal paste? Weird. I spilled some thermal paste. Okay. Yeah, looks like it's gonna go on CPU fan 2. Oh wait, never mind. There's chassis fan connectors on the bottom. Way easier. Much better there. There's an RGB connector. Let's see how to route this guy. I need a standing desk for fun work, isn't it? Yeah, dude. You see our new video? Oh, you did see the new video. You like the way we laid everything out. What the heck? So this case has wiring that I'm not entirely sure is going to be even needed. Oh, front type C, but it don't work. Front type C, but it doesn't have type C. What is this one? It was a really good video. Hope it gets good traction. Thanks. Okay. Type C cable off to the side. Don't need that. USB 3.0. I want a house with high ceiling like that. I know that one floor house could be better than a 2-floor house, but I love the idea of separation for upstairs versus downstairs. Yeah, I mean, they come in handy like that. USB 3.0 plugged in. HD audio. I think there's some proprietary RGB connectors in here that I won't be utilizing. Okay, there's this one that says motherboard. Ground key D 5 volt. Ground key D 5 volt. That's addressable RGB. What is this connector? This goes into the bundle, that goes into the front. Yeah, no. I don't know. It was not even necessary in this configuration anyways, so let's get the front panel headers plugged in. Man, I can't see shit. I need to put this where I can see it. Let's see. Oh man, the way that they've labeled it is kind of whack. Power switch, power LED, power switch, power LED, power button. Let me just find it on the webs. Manual. Give me the manual. Support manual, user manual. Okay, let's see. Okay, cool. let's see. Power button is the middle two. This is all whacked out, man. Looks better than the rat's nest of cables I got on a Cougar Panther. Well, there's not that many cables to begin with in this because it's a pretty simple build. But it's just annoying because the front panel header doesn't line up with what the manual says right now. So it's... let me do it this way just so it's a little bit easier to see for the stream. And then all you guys see is the top of my head. But better than not seeing me at all, I guess. I don't know. Hard drive LED is the bottom left two. Very big case. Yeah, at least that's easy to work in then. Reset is the bottom right two. There's no reset on this one, so power button, top left two next to the key. Power LED. That's weird, there's two that say power LED. I see why now. Good. Now we got that sorted. Proprietary RGB controller. That's not fun. So does that lock you into only Cougar fans as well? Or whatever proprietary fans that follow theirs? Okay, I think that's all the front panel. Now it's power supply time. Interesting. Needed a huge case for my Tomahawk X5 Sensi since it's EATX. Damn. I didn't know the Tomahawk boards got to that big. It wants the fan pointing up, so we're gonna do the fan pointing up. Okay, we're gonna use the thumb screws for this guy. That's funny. 3 is all it takes. The X571 does? Man. Otherwise, mini ITX without cooling issues? Yeah, easy. Land Lee TU 150. Okay, let's route some of this stuff. That is unexpected. This barely reaches because this is a weird path. Let's go to the bottom. Still barely reaches, but it's a lot more comfortable like this. What a weird way to route that. Wanted to switch to AM5, but pricing right now is not the best since I live in Canada. Yeah, it might be a little while, but hey, the longer you wait, the better your upgrade will be. So, it's not the worst thing. Okay, let's see. What do I want to route in next? CPU power connector, probably. PCIe. This thing has lots of PCIe power. Holy heck. Okay, so these ones are CPU. Yeah, this thing has four PCIe power connectors, but it's two, and it's daisy chain ones. Let's see. Wait for 5090 price. You can thank a new president for that. Indeed, 3,500 for custom card and double. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Oh. There we go. Okay. I would not pay 7K for a GPU. Yeah, 3,500 is already nuts. It's just what a time we live in, huh? Okay. Do I add a hard drive? A 1 terabyte spinning drive as a storage drive? Because right now it's got a 1 terabyte SSD. And I don't have any bigger spare parts on hand for additional storage. So, you know, for the sake of usability, I don't think I want to add a hard drive, because if they accidentally install games to that drive, then things won't run right, you know? So 1 terabyte of hard drive of SSD is good. And then if they want a terabyte of SATA SSD in the future, that will also be good. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Okay, so that means I don't need to do anything with PCIe. Sorry, with SATA power cables. There is something here I'm going to connect, probably just for some basic lights. Okay. Now we can install the GPU and see. Wait for the same will apply for CPU soon, and I think you use superconductors. I'm going to wait as long as possible. You say wait for it, I'll wait. Okay, GPU. Let's get the GPU in there. Right here. Perfect. Let's lock you in. Sorry for people in the US. Yeah. At the very least, when it comes to computer stuff, nobody really needs that to live. And if you need it to live for work, then more than likely you already have something decent. We just gotta wait it out. That's all. That's all. Hopefully lasting effects of it aren't really a thing. But for the most part, yeah, we just gotta wait it out. Locked in, baby. Okay, PCIe power. Let's get you in. I think everything's in for the most part. Let's do some cable management, which there isn't a ton to do, which I'm happy about. I'll lay you down like this. Okay. So this can mostly live in there, in the bottom, mostly. Being on AM4 still good. Oh, 5800X, that's solid. If you wanted a little leg up on it, you could always go down to the 5700. Well, not down. It'd be same amount of cores, but better gaming performance. 5700X 3D. We recently did a video featuring that. And my brother came from a 3700X to the 5700X 3D. So still 8 cores, 16 threads, but he got 30, 40, even hundreds of % increase in certain aspects, certain segments of the video games that he was playing. So it worked out. There's still choices for AM4. But yeah, you wouldn't see a huge upgrade from a 5800X, so unfortunately. Your minimums would do a lot better. Had a 3600 prior to this one, but the 5700X3 were not out of stock. Oh. Back glass. Let's throw you on. Actually, let me go get some stuff to clean the glass. Bear back. You survived the scalpocalypse. This is nothing. True. Okay, I want to clean the inside first. probably be careful not to spray the electronics. X in the drawer. I have a 3700X in the drawer. Okay. That looks good. Gotta put the back piece back on, so let's do that real quick. This whole piece, dude. Samsung had my heart, and then they played with it and shattered it. Love decks from Samsung, but that's it. Nothing new. Yeah. Samsung. Oh, Samsung. No. Yes. There we go. S25 Ultra was a spit to the face. Why? Because it's so iterative. Keep them and get cheap. Use 450 boards to make a nice homemade NAS with old rust drives. Be perfect. Yeah, dude. I actually even got into the beta of HexOS. So I want to set up like a really simple, really nice and easy NAS sometime down the line. Got a lifetime license for HexOS. I understand you can use like TrueNAS and all that stuff. I really don't want to mess with it that much. HexOS looks cool because of its simplicity and the way that they present. It does need a few more things first, but I'm not even to the point where I'm gonna spend the money on all those hard drives yet, because I want like at least 8 terabyte drives. So maybe when it comes time, I can reach out to some of those channels that but I think there's a hard drive refurbisher, and so far it looks like the drives that they put out are pretty solid, so maybe I'll get a few of those. And four drives would probably be enough for me, because we don't really keep CG content backed up that way. But you know, it'd be more for just my own stuff and some Coalition Gaming stuff. That's pretty awesome. Well, the thing don't even need pre-build, so yep. The OnePlus ain't perfect either, but man, yeah. Well, I want the new is it silicon carbide batteries, the better battery tech. I want that to take hold a bit more. Okay, sweet. We're looking good here. Let's get this panel on here too. gonna clean the inside of the panel first. Looks like it needs a bit more. Huh. What's going on? Oh, Has doing his own thing tonight. All right, cool. Okay. No. 1 hour charging in 2025. See, I don't really care about fast charging that much. I think fast charging standards are good enough, but like for overall battery health, fast charging is bad. I put my phone on a 1 amp charger, which is technically considered slow charger now overnight, so I can extend the life of the battery and make sure that it stays good. You love the look of the case? All right, let's get some gear up here and we'll get it booted. Yep. That's all right. Time to go running. And then I look at my phone and it's 15%. This is a build for a use you have. We're giving it to a friend of the group, Villainx. So we got a i7. No. Yes. i7 9700K. It's got 48 gigs of RAM. It's just spare parts of RAM thrown in there. A GTX 1070. Yeah. 800 watt power supply. Okay, let's put it over here. I want you guys to see it, so I want it on this side. Good, the mic still points at me. Very cool. I always love hearing about folks repurposing or passing on hardware to friends or people who don't have one. Exactly. This case belonged to Has Agent, Brandon, our friend. So actually, the motherboard and the CPU and the RAM belonged to him. SSD and GPU belonged to a different friend. And I'm just here as the middleman, putting things together and making things happen. I'm going to grab some stuff so we can get this booted. Oh, I put that on wrong. Oh, geez. There's this back piece here, but it was a little unclear how to mount it. I mounted it in the way that it blocked all the I/O. I am smart. is it goes like this. No. Ah. There we go. It's looking great. You remember joining the PC side of the world? Yeah. That's what it will be. Okay. Now I can connect this. Okay. Else. See, I want to get like a portable monitor on an arm for this setup here, so then I can just bring it over and then connect it, and it can just stay out instead of having to put it away like I do with this monitor so far. Okay, let's get some cables. All right, we can boot. Let's try it. I don't know if you ever have ever seen or used North Bayou monitor arms on Amazon, but the one I got on sale is fantastic. It's a G60 and it's labeled heavy duty. I don't know how they're selling it as cheap as it is. Drop it in our Discord. I think you're in there. Or tag me over in one of the EVGA Discords or the Meyer Discord. I'll have a look at it. Okay, let's check this out. Here we have power. No LEDs, which is weird. Oh, well, I guess one on the GPU. It's so stealth. It's on. BIOS is resetting. It's so quiet. Maybe doing memory training. Just waiting for it. Should have booted or done something already. Power button worked. Come on, buddy. Okay. Power button works. Quiet systems are the scariest. I just hope it's not a BIOS issue. It shouldn't be. If this was a working, the CPU, motherboard, and RAM all worked out of this case before. I had tested it before it went in. Keyboard just did a thing. So there is a red light, and now it cleared. Let's see. Yeah, I might take some RAM out. But it does have troubleshooting LEDs on the board, and none of them are lit up right now, so oddly enough, that's a good sign. Oh, damn. It's booted a certain way because it's not hanging in BIOS. If it was hanging in BIOS, tapping the power button would turn it off. I'm going to try connecting a different way to the GPU. Might be a display issue. is lit up, but it does clear itself, I think. And now no error LED is on. No? Okay, so here's going to be my suspicion. It might be booting off the motherboard graphics. Maybe I'm wrong? Alright, let's power it down, reseat some things. I'm going to actually try booting it like this off the motherboard graphics and see what happens. Oh, look at that. Handheld blower. How's the pressure on it? It's pretty good if I'm being honest. I do like it. It comes in handy. We have a boot. That's the BIOS screen. So let me do that. Boom, baby. It's a 9700, not a 9700K. Little tiny compressor on my workbench, but something like that would come in handy. Yeah, exactly. So, it's on XMP profile with mix matched RAM. That's funny. That'll work, I guess. So, this SSD has Windows on it already, and I don't like that. So let's install Windows on it, and then we'll reintroduce the graphics card. Oh, weird. 32 gigs of RAM. 8888. I'm pretty sure one of those was a 16 gig. Oh, it was part of a 16 gig kit. It is 32 gigs of RAM. Nice. There's Windows, and I don't like that. Amen, brother. Slap FreeBSD on it. No, it's gonna mess with the way that it boots, so I'd rather just like not. You know what I mean? It's not good. CPU config. All cores enabled. Chipset, PCI Express is the primary graphics adapter. Above 4G decoding, yes. SRIB support, sure. PCIe link speed, Gen 3. PCIe 1, PCIe 1, okay, good. Native control, I don't know what that does, so leave that alone. Share memory, auto, iGPU, multi-monitor. I do want that enabled. Auto enabled. Ethernet connection, front audio. Deep sleep, no. Power off. Polychrome, easy, no. Okay. Let's save this. We're gonna come back to BIOS. I watched someone build a banging PC on their stream a few days ago and just swap the hard drives from their old PC, old Windows on it, and it made me cringe. Right? You're literally leaving performance on the table doing that because it's 100% not going to run correctly. It will look like it's running correctly. Everything will seem okay, but if you actually do it from a fresh install, it will run better. Dogcoin, what's up? How's your day going? Oh, okay. I'm like, why is it taking so long? It's applying the BIOS changes, I'm sure. There it is. So I'm going to save this as a good BIOS. F6. Save user default. Cool. With my gaming PC only Windows PC, bare metal restore every 6 months. I used to feel that way, but man, is it a pain in the ass. Full screen logo, screw that. One more time. Boot menu is F11, I see. Okay. Whatever the case is, we'll go here. Boot override. Flash disk. Let's go. And I know this graphics card work because I pulled that from a working system. So berry stir every month. It's like being a tech hippie. Hold on to nothing at all. You know, peace and love. Alright, let's get Windows installed on it. Come on, buddy, boot. Don't have credit key. Windows 11 Pro 64. Next, custom, delete, 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 delete. I haven't even set up for the way I like it, so I basically just update driver and go. Well, that's nice. That's smart. Alright, time for Windows to do its thing. I'm going to look for an eraser so I can clean the contacts on here before I put it back in. we're back. All right, so this part should get us into Windows pretty quick, if I'm being honest. At Siege, I gotta finish up here. We're getting close to the finish line. But yes, it's nice and quiet. I like it. The SSD fully recognized. That was good. We're just running into this issue with the GPU. So let's get into Windows and see what happens. Come on, buddy. One match of Siege though. Sounds pretty good right now. I'm streaming at 1080p 30 right now. This wouldn't be exactly right. Well, it's tech time. Anybody got tech questions you want to talk about while we get Windows installed? So it's 80% copying the files, but it still has to go through some of the install parts. I just want to get it to the point where I can see what's going on with the GPU. Once that's in and recognized and booted, we're good. GPU should work. I don't know what the issue is with that. Ooh, 100% files copied. For Linux, have you messed around with any NASs? Did we talk about that earlier? I'm curious about that. I bought a license, a lifetime license to HexOS. Messed around with what? NASs. I had bought a lifetime license to HexOS, so I'm interested in putting that to use one of these days. Not anytime soon, unfortunately. Hard drives for a NAS get pricey, but still. Best GPU to buy in 2025, under 400 bucks. It's a toss-up between the Battlemage B580 and at 250, and probably like a 7600 XT. Something like that. 7700 XT maybe? I'm not sure if those are under 400 bucks though. Yeah, okay, 7700 XT. It really just depends on how close you want to fly to that $400 mark. What do you guys think? Of course, I use a lot of HP microservers. I use / play with Open Indiana, TrueNAS, and a lot of others. What do you think of HexOS? Have you looked into that? It's funny, like a dental office I do side work at, they run an HP microserver, and I had to do an in-place upgrade of the Windows server that it was on because it was on Windows Server 2012. And they were updating dental software that they use, and I had to update it up to Windows Server. I'm not sure which one was next, 2019 maybe. but you can't in place upgrade all the way to the newest one, but you can in place upgrade to the next one. And then once you're on that one, you could in place upgrade all the way to the next one. But at that point, I didn't want to go all the way because I didn't want to risk any compatibility issues. To go from one to the next was smooth, everything worked. So I'm like, good, we're good here. I like those NVIDIA options. What? Exactly. I hope they were Xeon microservers, not the N40s. They were Xeon. It was. I don't think we would have been able to do in-place upgrades like that if it wasn't x86 Xeon decent good stuff. NVIDIA scammed an entire generation. Oh man, Blackwell not being a huge performance uplift over Ada is disappointing. The 5080 not even being able to beat the 4090, it's such a slap in the face. Might have to relook Hex. I thought it was FOSS or free at least. Lifetime for free support. You can right now you can still buy lifetime licenses, but people are calling it just a skinned TrueNAS, even though it's not exactly that, but that does kind of explain what it is. It's the one that Linus Tech Tips invested in, but it's just like taking what's good about TrueNAS and then making forking that into something that is super easy to use. So I want a NAS as an appliance. Set it up, use it. It's not a lot of hassle to use it and set it up and do all that stuff, and then it just runs. And if you need to make changes, that's easy to do as well. Like that's like that. Synology kind of pulls that off, but you know it's all proprietary and all that sort of stuff and blah blah blah. This isn't. Past 5 years have been something that could be researched in Bitcoin level. Explain how it's a scam. NVIDIA needs its own documentary. One day, I need to do the thing. Windows 11 Ubi bypass. Shift F10. Type UBE backslash bypass and auto. There we go. And they charge a lot. I can do everything I want with Xnix as ZFS and a few tools, some easy scripts. Oh, for HexOS? Yeah. I mean, the Black Friday deal was $99 for a lifetime license, and then it went up to $200, and I think the normal price is going to be $300. That's why I made sure to jump on during Black Friday pricing. An i9? Oh, Synology? Ah, yes. Yeah, for sure. It's a lot. And proprietary and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I get you. But yeah, my explanation of why I like what HexOS is supposed to be, you know, that's important to me. Feels like saying I got a Ferrari. An i9? Oh, this is an i7 in this one. Yeah, just don't ask for the mobile part. Fuck, you got an i9? Damn. It's an old one. Don't tell anybody. Yes. Yes. Skip. I don't have internet. Continue with limited setup. Enter your name. Frankenstein. Now, should I? Nah, let's be nice. I'm just throwing up a name at it. We're naming this computer Rizzler. wasn't bad mouthing Hex. I just haven't used it. I don't watch or care for LTT, but everyone digs their stuff. Yeah, I mean the software itself, because it's running an OS on top of TrueNAS, means it's good. It's good. There's that. But it is missing some things. Like one thing that people were surprised is it didn't have a local way to access its configuration page. It had to be accessed through cloud or through online. Nobody liked that, and that got pushed to the forefront of their developments. And I'm like, yeah, even I don't like that. I understand simplicity when it comes to this stuff. I want to be able to get to it inside my own network, period. I don't care if it's easy to get to it when everything's connected and hooked up and online and working. Doesn't matter. I want to get into it in my network. I think in 2024, the only thing that impressed me was the Mobile 40 series. It's honestly such a banger for the price. I've seen cheap 4060 laptops. Cheap, but like, it has to be 700 or less for a 4060 to be viable, if you ask me. Anything more expensive than that, I'd hold out for 4070 or higher. Like the 2060 laptop that I got for 650 bucks, you know what I mean? Like, that feels almost where that belongs. Where's my theme so I can get my icons, desktop icons, you. Okay, well, we're in Windows, so the computer works. Works great as well when you keep your most private data stored local and on an air gap. It's best. Right. No, we're just talking laptop GPUs and stuff. Okay, so now let's try reintroducing the graphics card. You know the computer boots and works. It's got Windows on it. It is now off. I'm going to unplug the HDMI from the motherboard and put the 1070 back in. Alright. Let's see here. Let's try this again. Hey, we did it. We did it. Booted with the GPU now. We done it. Here's my internet connection. There you are. There you go, back there. Success! I'm not pleased with the video right now due to stock shortages. Absolutely. Nobody. NVIDIA releases a GPU and it's that Fallout meme. Nobody liked that. Okay. Are we getting online? Or do I need a network driver too? Nope, it's got internet. Let's get the graphics driver in there real quick. Your clock is behind. Oh yeah. Let me fix that. Come on. There we go. They have no excuses but 1,000 plus DA. Dick riders. They should have delayed until they had stock, but they wanted the money. Yeah, they wanted to drop that. What the heck? Connection is private. Time is correct. It is 9:40 p.m. 2/6. 2/9, sorry. How is the connection not secure? I don't understand. Whatever. NVIDIA drivers. Okay. GeForce. GTX. Meteor. 10 series. Oh, come on. You did me dirty with that auto refresh right there. GeForce. Oh, damn it. Not the 16 series, although that is pretty close. 10 series. 1070. Windows 11. Okay, getting ready driver. We're making it work. Let's download hardware monitor. I want to see how the CPU does. Due to my current situation, I'll buy and sell tech I get cheaper. It's hard to get, buy and sell, not scalp. And I've gotten 3 cards. Dang. What would you be normally looking for? What amount? 3. If 3 is bad, what is good? Okay, we're hitting max CPU speeds of about 4.2 gigahertz right now. 4.4. Oh yeah, 4.5. Oh yeah. I'll buy every card I could get right now. I had folks I have bought in the past asking months before launch. Dang. Prices don't make sense for anything under that. People still sell 2060 for 150 to 200. True. Like Sergeant Skunk Butt in our Discord, he got 2060 for like 135, 140 on eBay. But 2070s are almost that price, and I think that's a little bit better. The MMA holes. Welcome to the stream. Tell me you want to see Adesanya versus MVP as much as I do. I think that seems like a good fight for MVP with Adesanya coming off of losses. Alright, Windows is installed. This has been a success. We're just doing drivers and Windows updates now. I'm gonna button this guy up here. I'm in 100. Yeah! Exactly. Okay, here we are. Wanted to have a 3060 Ti that has very low use. Leaving here tomorrow. I bought it for my son's welcome home PC. Built him until 3080 Ti came in during pandemic, and I thought charging 200 was way too high. Nope. 3060 Ti for 200 to 250 is probably normal. I got lucky. I got a 3070 for 200 bucks, and everywhere I looked, I couldn't even get a 3060 Ti for that price. This is a little while ago now, but still. Strickland versus Whitaker. Yeah, I'm down for that. That's pretty good. I would love to see Whitaker come in and just beat the shit out of Strickland. Whitaker looked so mean in his last fight before it went south. He looked like he wanted to go out there and make a statement. It just didn't work out for him. Yeah, I watched the fights last night. The very first fight, the Sterling guy comes out and he throws a few kicks and then throws one punch and knocks the other guy out. And the other guy was kind of dazed and stuff, and the ref maybe stopped it a little early, but I'm not sure he wouldn't be able to survive. Hamzat DDP will be nuts. Yeah, looking forward to that. Almost do the deal just to keep it. Oh, the 3060 Ti FE. 250 is honestly, I think that's high for the 3060 Ti because you're in the 3070 range, but things are weird right now. Kryptonic, you should watch Michael Reeves' new video. Because his video is literally about trying to lowball people to save money on used deals. He does it in a completely roundabout way and then really doesn't end up saving that much money, but it's funny. He's doing kind of what you're doing, what you're talking about, and then even talks about feeling bad for some of it. The 4070 Ti Super at Walmart. I got two dirt cheap. I like you're talking about the clearance ones. I wasn't sure how real that was. And work way up to 280. I see. Yeah, that I live. So this kind of is what it is for coming in. Appreciate the drop in. We had a successful PC build tonight. Love to see it. We're going to send you off, those of you on Twitch, over to the homie Has Agent. So make sure you send the love. Main card last night was meh. I agree. But the banger fight earlier, yeah, Jimmy Crute versus Bellato. That was a hell of a fight. Holy heck. Thanks for Hasnuff. Good stuff. Repushing hardware. That's the fight? Yeah, dude, that was a hell of a fight. And it felt like it went on forever. It's crazy. For those of you on YouTube watching right now, go on over to twitch.tv/hasagent. Has_agent. Let's see if I can drop a link for you guys. Make sure you send them the CG love. Yeah, that was an awesome fight. I didn't know you were that much into the MMA stuff, Philonix. That's good. We'll have more to talk about next time. I like his stream. Birthday stream was wiggy. Good night, everybody. Right on, Philonix. I love it. Me too. Right there with you.